Welcome back, Raider Nation and my champions. This is Eric, and once again we are live, and we're doing something a little unprecedented. I'll explain to you in a moment. I want to say hello to a lot of the fans that are already out here. I see Sandy B in here. I see Dominique 5. I actually see some people in TikTok. Yes, we are broadcasting simultaneously on TikTok and YouTube right now. Raider Dangerfield, how are you doing? I see you in here as well. Salute. I see Jesse A. Juarez in the chat in TikTok. I appreciate all of you coming out. And like I said, this is something unprecedented. I will talk about TikTok in a minute. Doing this on multiple platforms. I'm looking at the chat as I go. But we're going to get to what we want to get to, and that is looking at our schedule. The schedule was released last night at 5 o'clock Pacific. And I took a look at it, and I made my own predictions. We're going to go over those, and then I'm going to hear from you guys. What did you guys think as far as wins and losses? Just like we did with last year, if you guys are not new here, we're going to be doing the same thing. What we do is we do what I call, this is a 1.0, where we first look at the schedule when it releases. Then we take a look at it again right before the season starts, and we look at it at the bye week, and then we look at it after the season to see how we did as far as our predictions go. I am not in TikTok. You don't have to be in TikTok. You can be in one or the other. That is just fine. I'm just looking at here, and there's some people joining in and out. Again, this is my first real live stream in TikTok. I did do a little test stream in TikTok. I want to welcome you guys here as well. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I really want to get into what we want to talk about here, and that is going over the schedule. But first of all, this is what we normally do here. If you are new to the program and you do enjoy this, give it a thumbs up, give it a heart, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to me on YouTube. I might try a split screen. Don't hurt yourself. If you're here, I appreciate you here one way or the other. That is fine as well. I see Diane is in TikTok as well. Diane the Ed, appreciate that. So this is what we do here. We do what I call the rundown. So we have our topics that we're going to talk about in our live streams. We normally go every Friday if you are new here. And this is what we're going to go through. So let's go to the first topic. And that's what we...
Take what they give you. We're going to take what we want.
Yes, Al. We're going to take what we want. And our first topic is going to be new champions. This is what I call my new subscribers. Those of you who are allowing to be shown your subscribers, you will be on here. If you're not, then you're not. These are the ones that were shown. We have more than that. AClam62, Lopaka K808. Must be area code, I'm assuming there. Thank you for joining us and subscribing to the channel. So that's going to put us at 791 for YouTube. We're getting, slowly but surely getting to that 1,000 mark now. I'm also going to add, because we're doing this simulcast on TikTok, and I'm already at 1043 on TikTok. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm doing this. I will say this, the broadcast is seen a little bit better on YouTube. We'll talk about that in a little bit after we get through our topics. Here are some of the samples of some of you. Of course, I couldn't show each and every one of you. I do appreciate you on TikTok as well. And hi to you, Diane. You're saying hi in TikTok, and hi to you as well. Yes, hit the like button. Also, heart the video if you're on TikTok. Follow me so you'll be notified of all my future live streams. And I do this just about every Friday at this time, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9/8 Central. And let's get right to what we want to talk about, though. The first thing I want to talk about, though, is I do what I call a poll of the week. And I have this on YouTube every week, and this one's usually pertaining to the topic we're going to talk about, and that's, of course, the schedule. And I wanted to ask you, what opponent were you guys stoked to see in 2022 once the season schedule comes out? And the majority of you said the Patriots, and we'll get to when we're going to play the Patriots, as well as the Rams and the rest of the schedule here. I would say more of the Rams. I was hoping for the Rams week 1 in SoFi Stadium against the defending champions, since we do own Southern California. I'm in Southern California right now. We call it a SoCal blackout here. I would have liked to have seen that, but they're going to be playing the Bills opening week, so we will not be showing that. I will be talking about who we play in week 1 in just a minute. So next thing I want to do though is talk about our strength of schedule. Now, some people are complaining about it. I'm going to show this real quick. Now, I'm sorry, I wanted to get everybody in there, so the font's a little bit low, especially for you guys on TikTok. But it's showing we have the 7th hardest schedule at a 528 combined win percentage of our opponents from last year. And honestly, it makes sense because, one, we are in the AFC West, one of the toughest divisions, and we're going to be playing against the NFC West. If we're not the toughest division, they are. And all of those teams are within the top 15, so it does make sense to me. I don't have an issue with this. And of course, things vary from season to season. There's going to be some variation, but of course, it's going to be a tough schedule. And I'm gonna show that in my predictions. We're going to go to that right now. Thank you for the crown, Diane the Ed on TikTok. I see Sandy's on both. Do what you can do, that's fine. But we're going to go over the schedule right now. So what I've done is I have a grid. So we're going to go over each one. I'm going to tell you what my predictions are. Then I want to know from you what you guys think. And I want to get your predictions here first, okay? So I did block them off. I didn't want to go through all of them at once. I wanted to kind of show you week by week. So let's go the first week, and that's going to be in SoFi Stadium. Like I said in my posts, I was hoping for the Rams. We are in SoFi Stadium, but it is going to be against the Chargers on Sunday. And I've got this one as a win. I think it's going to be a tough game. Not to say it's going to be easy. I think we need this game. We need a good start. And I think we have the pieces in place now. I think this team is stronger than it was last year, to be honest with you. And I can't wait for this game. It's kind of amazing that this isn't a primetime game, considering that this was a play-in game last year in the regular season finale. So we're going to be away in LA, technically, but again, SoCal blackout. Week 2, our first home game, and it's going to be against the Arizona/Phoenix Cardinals. Now, let's not take anything away from them. They're a tough team, a tough defense. We did poach Chandler Jones from them, so that's good for us. I'm looking through the chat right now. Enjoy this. If you want to watch this on YouTube, you can as well. It's a little bit better clarity, but we're going to go through this as we go right now. And I've got this one as a win as well. I'm not so sure what's going on with Kyler Murray and that team. Not really extending him. I don't think they know what's going on. I think we can kind of catch them. And plus, it's basically our first home game, our homecoming game, and we want to look good there. So let's go. We're going to go 2-0. In my opinion, this is my prediction. So week 3, we're going to be at the Tennessee Titans. Last year's number 1 seed. We're going to be there September 25th, Sunday afternoon game. I'm going to put this one as a loss, guys, and here's why. We're up 2-0. Those first 2 games are not going to be easy. We win those 2. We get to this one, we're going to have to travel to the east. And this team generally doesn't do well, regardless of the regime. Plus, it's going to be humid there in Tennessee in late September. We might start tiring out there. I think King Henry could kind of take over the game. I don't think we're going to get blown out, but we probably will lose this game. So I have this Psycho Jackal, dude, we're beating Tennessee. Well, this is my opinion. I'm going to let you guys have your opinion in a minute. So week 4, Denver Broncos. Of course, this one's going to be a win. I'm not worried about this one. I'm not worried about Russell Wilson. It's definitely an upgrade from Drew Lock. I'm more worried about the running game. They got Melvin Gordon back on a 1-year deal. They can keep Javonte Williams fresh. But overall, I think the pass rush can stifle these guys, and frankly, I think our offense, I don't think they're really going to be able to stop this offense. We're going to have more of a balanced attack now. You're going to see this with more running, and that's going to open things up. You got Devontae Adams still there, so I got that as a win. I got us going 3-1 so far. So our next game at the Chiefs, Monday Night Football. This one's going to be a tough one, and I've got this one as a loss. they're going to be stoked. They're probably going to be 3-1 or 4-0 at this point, and they're definitely not going to want to lose this game. This is a must-win game, more so for the Chiefs than us, because if they lose this game, we're going to take the lead and the tiebreaker, and it's at home, and it's in prime time. I'm not saying we're going to get blown out, but this one's going to be a tough task. Where's Hefe? Sadie says, where's Hefe? I don't know. It's amazing. He's usually here. He'd probably be excited since I gave the Chiefs a win here. So let's go on to week 6. We got a bye week here. So our week 6 bye, this is really a tough road to hoe. I mean, even with Denver, they play us kind of tough anyway. I think it's going to be a close game. We're going to win this one. But going 3-2 at this point isn't anything to hang your head about, to be honest with you. This is kind of a tough start. You know, we've got 3 playoff teams, and one should have been a playoff team, but the coach was an idiot. So let's go to week 7. And we're going to be back at home against the Houston Texans. Now, normally I usually give this as a trap game after the week after the bye, but we are not traveling. We're going to be at home. So I'm going to put this one as a W here. So that's going to put us at 4-2. Like I said, normally last couple years we've went off the bye, went away, went to the East Coast, and like the Giants, I predicted that one was a loss, even though to me they were an inferior team. They did beat us, and that was from Patrick Graham's defense. So let's go week 8 at the Saints, and let's see. I'm going to get rid of this. I got this one as a win. I know Jameis Winston's there. The Saints aren't no slouch team, but I think we can go down there Halloween weekend and take a win. We can be just as crazy as their fans as well. I think we're going to show up well, and I think we're going to win this game. This is not an easy game. But I think at this point, our running game's going to be nice and settled in, especially with Zamir White. I think we could win this game and control the clock and take the W. Week 9, we're going to be at Jacksonville. Now, I talked about this before last week, where I was hoping we did not play the Jags. We did not play the Jags in Jacksonville early in the season in September. And I kind of got my wish, which was good because this is later on. This is November, so it should not be quite as humid. So I'm not so worried about it. But here's my problem with this. Now, I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy with this. I'm not so sure we can win that many games, and we're going to be 2 games on the road. Basically, I would say East Coast with New Orleans, but a second game on the road. This could very well be the trap game here that wasn't. I could have seen this one in this week and definitely would have called it an L. I got to give them at least one game where we should have won and we screwed it up. That happens every season. Last year, again, it was with the Giants. I think this year it's going to be with Jacksonville. Week 10, we're going to play the Colts. Welcome back Gus Bradley by scoring over 40 points on his defense. He's not going to blitz. I'm not worried about it. He's not going to be able to stop our team. Again, not worried about this team at all. I know they got Matt Ryan. There's going to be a little bit more there than Carson Wentz as far as the offensive side. We just got to focus on Jonathan Taylor and stopping him. I think we could win that one by about 8 or 10 points, to be honest with you. Week 11 at Denver. It's going to be a snow game. It's going to be a tough game, but I think we're going to sweep these guys again, honestly. Now, this one could probably go either way. It would be very interesting to see where Denver is at this point in the season. If they're out of it, we could win this going away. If they're fighting for their lives, this is going to be a tough battle. It always is with them. They're division rivals, but I think we're going to come out on top just like we did last year. Week 12, we're going to be going to Seattle, and I put this as an L. Now, this is another one people can say, why are you giving this an L? You rag on Drew Lock so much. I'm seeing this again, another road team. I think this is going to be a tough game. I think we're going to get the W, but it's not going to be without a cost, and I think it's going to help us soften us up to go to Seattle and lose there. Again, I don't think we're going to get blown out. And who knows, maybe Drew Lock won't be the quarterback then. They still have a strong running game. It'll be very interesting to see. Week 13, we got the Chargers again. And I have us losing. I can't see the Chargers getting swept here. They can't get swept. I mean, you could probably swap these two out if you wanted to, but I don't see us sweeping this team. They're just too good. It's going to be a close game, but I think they're going to enact some revenge on where they were last year at our house, where we knocked them out of the playoffs. Week 14 at the Rams. 4 days later, this is kind of a bold prediction if you think about this. 4 days later, coming off of 2 losses in a row, I think at this point we have to kick it into gear. This is kind of a do or die game for us. Thursday night football, short week, but again, it's going to be at least a 50-50 crowd there with our fans there in SoFi Stadium. I'm going to say this one's a win here. Week 15, Patriots, Sunday night football. This is 10 days later, and I think Josh McDaniels is going to get the better of this team. And frankly, I don't think the Patriots are as good as they were. I need a beer. Get you a beer. I'm going to get your predictions after I'm done, okay? So no worries with that. I knew there'd be some controversial picks here, but it is what it is. So we're going to go with this, and again, I think we're going to have 2 strong wins here. Then we're going to get to the Steelers. And what do you guys think I'm going to do here? I think this could very well be a loss. This is the day after Christmas. We could have a kind of a little swoon. We beat the Patriots. This is going to be circled. This is a very important game, of course, for our new regime. We beat them. Then we have the Christmas holiday. Then we got to go on the road against Pittsburgh. I know they have Mitchell Trubisky, but they have a good running game. They have a great defense. And like I said, I don't think we're going to get blown out, but this one could very well be a W for us. So that puts us right now at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 and 6 right now. So we're kind of still in the hunt. Definitely in the hunt for a playoff spot. Still, I would say we're still in the hunt with the Chiefs. And then we get the 49ers. We're going to host these guys on New Year's Day, a New Year's celebration. I'm thinking this is going to be a tough team, of course. I think Trey Lance, I'm not so impressed with him. I don't know the situation with Garoppolo. Even if he stays, they're going to have Trey Lance in this game. I would say by now, this is near the end of the season. I'm thinking the Niners are going to be coming here, going to want to party on New Year's, going to have a nice little hangover and walk away with a loss. And then our finale, Week 18 against the Chiefs. This could very well have divisional implications, definitely have playoff implications. They said the January 7th or 8th. They haven't decided yet. It's a kind of to be determined like we did before. And I'm going to give us a win here. We're going to need this one. I think we're going to have a little swoon. I think we're going to have a tough road to hoe right here in the beginning. Have a little swoon in the midseason. And then come out and win 4 of our last 5 games. End up 11-6. At least be in the playoffs. Possibly in the divisional hunt. Again, this is going to be one of the toughest schedules we have, especially everybody in our division's gotten a little bit better, and we're playing against the NFC West. So I want to know what you guys have to say. I'm going to be looking in chat. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Have a backup 12-pack. Well, it's going to be a very interesting one. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. So I'm going to get your predictions here. We're going to have wins and losses. We have the total here. You heard what I had to say. I didn't necessarily want to sway you, but I also wanted to make sure everybody had enough time to get in here. Usually, people are like 5-10 minutes late and all that. So I want to hear your opinion right now. That's what's important to me. I want to hear what you have to say. Where do you guys think we stand here? Let's see. Sandy B says, I don't like the loss with the Steelers. No way we take losses against the Jags and the Steelers. Well, we did take losses against the Giants, which we definitely shouldn't have. So I'm trying to be realistic here. I did have us going 11-6. That is better than last season. Given honestly a much tougher schedule than versus we played the NFC least last year, and we honestly should have swept those guys. We lost to Washington. We lost to the Giants there. Neither one of those should have happened, especially the Giants game. That was embarrassing. We played the Bears and didn't even show up, and that was the whole Gruden thing and all that nonsense. So, all right, let's go over this. So I want to get your votes right now. I'm looking at TikTok as well. So week 1 at the Chargers, opening week. They're going to be opening in SoFi. It's going to be a blackout. I don't care about that. It's going to be about 80-20 Raider fans in there, just like it normally is. I want to get your votes. Give me a W for week 1 if you think we're going to win this game. Give me an L if you think we're going to lose this game. We're going to take the votes and we're going to put your predictions in here as well. So let's see. Dominique says, I agree with 11 wins, not just the same games. Okay. Sandy B says, I agree with Dominique. Dominique says L. And I'm looking at TikTok as well. So those of you on TikTok, give me your votes as well. W for a win. Put an L in the chat for a loss. We got 2 wins, Sandy B and Psycho Jackal. We got 1 loss, Dominique 5. And I'm looking at the Raiders multiverse with an L as well. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you coming out. No one wins with no on wins with Dominique 5. I'm not sure what that means, Sandy B. I'm looking at the chat. Diane says, and TikTok says W. So it looks like we have a W here overall. I'm looking here. Let's see. Like I said, I'm looking in chat. I'm looking up here as far as the live stream on YouTube as well. If you're not noticing this, we're doing a simulcast right now on YouTube and TikTok. I made 1,000 followers on TikTok. I wanted to try this out. So we're doing it on both sides. So I see more W's than L's here. Very optimistic. So we're going to give it a win here. It puts us to 1-0. Chargers are peeing in their pants right now, losing their opening game, and then they lost their playing game last year. Let's see. Let's talk about week 2. Our opening game at home at Allegiant Stadium against Kyler Murray and these Cardinals. Chandler Jones is probably going to want to come after Kyler Murray and get at least 3 or 4 sacks. He's a little bit difficult though. He's small and he's quick, kind of like a greased pig. He's going to be hard. He's going to be hard to get the sacks. So let's see. I want to see right now, what are your week 2 predictions? I see Dominique saying win, but very close game. Let's see. Raiders multiverse with a W as well against the Cards. Let's see if we got anything else. I'm looking at some chat as we're talking in TikTok. Go ahead. Psycho Jackal says, will we have a right tackle to handle Bosa? Yeah. I think Alex Leatherwood's going to be in there. And I'm not so worried about Bosa. I think he's got a lot of hot air, to be honest with you. I didn't really show up in that last game, to be honest with you, till second half. W by Psycho Jackal. Let's see, Sandy B with a W. Wow, you guys, no love for Arizona here, or Phoenix, or St. Louis, or Chicago, wherever they're playing right now. All you old school people got that one. So let's put a W there for you guys as well. All right, let's go to week 3 on the road at Tennessee. This is going to be a late September game, Sunday afternoon against King Henry and company. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got here. So for week 3, give me a W. I see an L from My Life DIY. Let's see. Can Colton Miller handle Mac? Yeah, no problem. I think Colton Miller can handle Mac, no problem, to be honest with you. If Trent Brown can handle Mac, then Colton Miller can definitely handle Mac. I don't see an issue with that at all. W from Dominique, Psycho Jackal, and Sandy B. Wow, you guys are very optimistic on the road in Tennessee again, like I said, I think this is going to be a loss. But it looks like you guys believe we're going to start probably at least 3-0, maybe even 4-0 here as we host the Denver Donkeys here. Russell Wilson, oh boy, Chandler Jones is going to have a semi-homecoming. He used to like tackling him when he was with the Cardinals playing against Seattle. Can't get away. Raiders Multiverse also rounded that out. I think we only had one loss as far as the Tennessee game. So give me your thoughts on the Denver game here. I want to know. What do you guys think? We're 3-0 now, flying pretty high. I mean, let's think about it. Like I said, these are 2 playoff teams. Should have been 3 playoff teams. We went 3-0 against here. The Chargers coach is an idiot, Brandon Staley, calling the timeout. They could have tied and went to the playoffs too. And we're playing against Denver, and they got Russell Wilson. They paid a pretty penny for him, and I've made my case. I don't think he was worth that much. I think he's still a definite upgrade over Drew Lock, but not that much. Not worth that much. Let's see. Derrick Henry, will he be healthy? That's a good question. I think he will be early on. It's week 3. I don't have an issue with that. Maybe if we're playing him later in the year. Plus the humidity factor, that whole area is going to be, it's not going to be a fun game, especially late in the game. I could see Henry kind of running over us there. Defense kind of wearing down. So what do you guys think about the Denver game here? Let's see. Raiders Multiverse says win against the Donkeys, but I had a loss on the Chargers. So you had it 3-1. Yeah, we're just doing a consensus here. Of course, we're getting everybody's votes and looking at what you guys are having to say. So let's see. Jerry Judy in trouble. Yeah, the domestic whatever. It doesn't matter anyway. You can't catch the ball, so you know. Let's see. I appreciate the likes. I'm looking at TikTok. I'm bouncing back and forth. This is, I'm sure I'm not the first one to do this, of course, but this is kind of a little strange. I've got the TikTok going, kind of in a ghetto situation with my phone, recording, going live on TikTok while I'm doing YouTube here as well. So I want to get your votes on the Denver Broncos game, hosting the Broncos. Are we going to go to 4-0 according to you guys? Or is this gonna be a game to trip us up before our big matchup against the Chiefs at Arrowhead? What do you guys say about the Donkeys? I got Raider Multiverse saying a win. I'm looking for you guys as well. Put your votes in now for the Denver Bronco game. Week 4 is W for a win, L for a loss. Let's see. I'm just reading the chat right now. Let's see. Hey, my life. You see people do this all the time. I could say, yeah, people probably do this a lot, just filming their screen, but I don't think they go on YouTube at the same time. That's what I'm saying. Oh, Hefe's here! Hefe's here! Holy crap! You missed my predictions, Hefe. You missed my predictions. You would have been excited, at least in week 5, with my prediction. So, Sandy B, fingers going crazy for the hearts. Yeah, there's a lot of hearts in the TikTok world right now. I appreciate every single one of those. Thank you very much. See a lot of likes, a lot of hearts. Appreciate that. And if you are so inclined or enjoying yourself, give it a like on YouTube as well. And if you are new to the program, why not subscribe? Hit your notification, set it to all on your device. That way you will be here and be notified of all of our future live streams. And Hefe is here. What do you guys? I'll even take Hefe's vote. Why not? No, we're talking week 4. You guys, I only got one vote for the Donkey game, and that was it. That was a win. So Hefe says these games are hard to call. Good luck. Yeah, I just went over my predictions. We'll look at that after you guys are done. If you want to bounce it off between the two. Chevy Silver Raider, I see you in here. Welcome to the program. Chiefs don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go with a W here. I only got one vote from you guys. I think you guys are just getting excited. That kind of worries me. Maybe the Raiders are going to overlook the Denver game as well. Maybe get a crappy loss over it. Looking forward to this Chiefs game. Let's look at it. October 10th, Monday Night Football at Arrowhead Stadium. This is around mid-October, so who knows? There might be, I'm not saying it's going to be a blizzard. You never know. In the Midwest, though. Maybe some rain. I remember a game we had where it was just pouring down rain going down the stadium rows. This was several years ago, but I remember that. So let's see what you got to say. Psycho Jackal, W, first 5 games. He's going 5-0, Psycho Jackal. Unbelievable. Wow. Very optimistic. I like it, though. I'm rooting for it. I was trying to be realistic with mine. I see an L from Dominique. We do bad after the bye week. Chevy Silver Raider says, hey, Sandy. Raider Multiverse says loss against the Chiefs as well. I'm sorry to say. Sandy B says, sorry to say, loss. I hope I am wrong. And as you watched earlier, I said this was going to be a loss as well. I think this is, at this point, I had us at 3-1. I think this is a must-win game for Kansas City at their house in prime time. They don't want to be upstaged. They've owned this division. And it's, like I said, it's in their house. This would be a hell of a win if we get it. I hope we get it. I don't think we get it, though. So it is what it is. You guys have us 4-1 going into the bye week. Let's talk about this return to home against the Houston Texans. Now, I would say pretty inferior team. Little underwhelming, to be honest with you. They picked up a rookie running back. Davis Mills is still there. Brandon Cooks is still there. I talked about him and free agent options. What do you guys think? Is this going to be a trap game? I think in all purposes we should win this game. I would be more leery under the previous regime with Gruden that this would be a loss. They do not come out after bye weeks too well, but we are at home. We're not on the East Coast. What do you guys think? W for a win, L for a loss. I got a W from Dominique. I got a W from Raiders Multiverse. And I'm looking high, y'all. Hey, guys. Thank you for the popcorn. I see 34 popcorn from Diane. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth here. We'll talk about that in the question and answer if you guys want to talk about the simulcast. If you are new either here or the other platform, I am doing a simulcast both on YouTube and on TikTok. I have over 1,000 followers on TikTok now. I have a Raider Champion channel. I'll have the links are in the description. We'll be showing those later, but I want to go through this. So I see an L from Psycho Jackal. So he had a spot going 5-0, beating 3, should have been 4 playoff teams, hitting the bye week and then losing to the lowly Texans. That could very well happen, though. But most of you are saying W. We're going to go with the W there. So it looks like you guys got us going 5-1. We're going to go on the road to the Superdome. This is going to be Halloween weekend. And the Saints are decent. This is going to be post Drew Brees. They still got Jameis Winston there. Are they going to throw some voodoo on Halloween weekend and give us a loss? Or are we going to come out victorious against this team? What do you guys think? Is it going to be a win? Put a W in the chat. If it's going to be a loss, put an L in the chat for the Saints. Let's see. Appreciate you all in here. I got several people in TikTok as well. Thank you very much. Let's see. W from Dominique. W against the Saints. Halloween is Raiders holiday. Raider Multiverse. But yeah, remember, we're going to be in the heart of Nolans. It's going to be Voodoo Town, so it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a lot of alcohol consumed, is my guess, in that game for sure. A lot of dressing up too. W from Chevy Silver Raider. W from Sandy B. Wouldn't be surprised if we lose, though. Yeah, that's what I talked about in my predictions. This is a lot of these games could kind of go either way. I talked about that. So it looks like you guys have us as a W. Gets us to 6-1. So we're going to stay on the road, and we'll probably not come back home for the second game. Since we're at New Orleans, we'll probably go stay at Jacksonville for a few days. We're going to be on the road on the East Coast. against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Early November, like I said. Hopefully the humidity have been in that area. Usually November, December, you get a little bit of a reprieve from that. Earlier, like I said, in September would have been hell there. So that works with us. That's a plus for us. The Jags, I think they're still trying to find their identity. They kind of loaded up on defense. They still have Trevor Lawrence coming into the second season. I'm thinking, like I said, I put this as a loss. This is going to be one of those trap games for me, in my opinion. Second road game. And, I mean, if Trevor Lawrence is what he this top overall pick, we're going to see it by now, a season and a half into his career. So what do you guys say? W for a win, L for a loss. I see a W from Dominique. I see an L from Raiders. Multiverse upset versus Jags. His record is 6-3, or my record is 6-3 rather. Hefe, your phone died. I'm back. Well, welcome back. I see you in here. Appreciate you. Let's see. I'm looking in TikTok. When you see it, top right, vote for Eric. There's some kind of voting going on in TikTok. Again, I'm kind of new to the game on the TikTok side, so whatever you're doing, I'm going to trust you guys, my mods there, my newly elected mods, and I appreciate you hooking me up with that. So, Hefe says, yep, Lawrence should be better, Raider win. And it's Sandy B with a W. So I see mostly W's. I saw one loss. Let's get to the Colts game. This is going to be Gus Bradley's return. Is it going to be his revenge game? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I'm still not convinced with Gus. I think he's going to have to blitz the hell out of us to get to Carr in time. I'm still worried about Jonathan Taylor. Absolute stud. I think we beat this team, even with the Carson Wentz luck pass. So, what do you guys have to say? Is it a W for a win, an L for a loss? Put it in the chat right now. I see W's from Sandy B, from Dominique 5. I see W from My Life DIY. Let's see. It's sending me more likes. I appreciate that. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth here. Let's see. I see. Wow, 4,400 likes in TikTok. Holy smokes. Wow, thank you guys. Raider Multiverse says, win versus Indy. We got too many weapons. Psycho Jackal's making some carne asada. We'll share it with us then. We beat the Colts. Hefe says trap game. So I'm going to take that as an L from him. But I see an overwhelming W here. So we're going to go with that. Back to Denver. We're going to be going at Denver at Powell High Stadium. Powell High full of crap. This is going to be mid to late, well, like mid-November, the week before Thanksgiving. So could very well have some snow in our forecast here. So I'm hoping this is a Zamir White show. I'm not too confident Josh Jacobs is even going to be healthy at this point. Week 11, he's probably going to stub his toe or whatever. Plus, he knows he's going to be gone after this year. We'll probably get probably about half a season out of him. That's going to be that. We're going to have Zamir White running through this team. I did put this as a W. I think we will sweep the Broncos again. But I want to know what you have to say. Hefe changed that KC to LV. Yeah, Chevy Silver Raider. Hefe, he likes to troll all the Raider content creators. And I said, it's because we are more superior content creators than those Chiefs content creators. That's why he has to come here and get all his news, because we do it much, much better. Raider Multiverse says, win versus the Donkeys. Our defensive line eats a lot. Yep, could be. The Denver offensive line was shitty in 2020. 2021, they did step it up. Garrett Bowles is probably the only one I'm really impressed with. Left tackle, the rest of them, okay. This is going to be a heck of a test, though. Chandler Jones, it's going to be a heck of a test for him. Yep, you do, champion. See, he even knows it. That's why he's here. Appreciate it. I like winning silver. LOL. It's true. Great content. I appreciate that, Psycho Jackal. I'm looking here. Top 5. Sandy B. Appreciate that on the TikTok side. We're going to go with the W here. just like I had. And then we're going to go on the road up to the Emerald City in Seattle, Washington. What do you guys think about this one? You know what I thought? I think this is a trap game. This is another two away games. I'm thinking that the Denver game, we're going to get the W, but it's never easy with these guys. They're going to kind of beat us up. And we could very well drop a game here in Seattle. They do have an excellent running game. And then they drafted, Kenneth Walker. They drafted another running back. So kind of crowded there. Carson and Rashad Penny. So let's see. Dominic says W. Dominic says W. Diane the Ed says W. Win with Seattle. Win, win, win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's see what you got. Anybody else? Let's see what you got to say. In the Emerald City, loss versus Seattle. Second road game after Denver, says Raider Multiverse. And I agree with that. That's why I put that one as a W. Or a loss, rather. Not as a W. Sandy B says, I'm not sure. Okay, W. Psycho Jackal says tough. I think he's a little busy making those carne asadas. Save us some too. So I'm going to put this one as an L. There's a little bit of kind of questions with you guys. It's kind of split. There was some W's, some L's, and we're gonna fade it because otherwise we're 10-1. I would be absolutely shocked if we're 10-1 at this stage, especially with this schedule. This is like a gauntlet, literally. You know, at this point we've played several playoff teams, and so I'll be the split factor there. Let's go against the Chargers. This time we're hosting these guys. You guys had us winning the opening game. Let's see. Yeah, we'll get to that Chevy Silver Raider. I talked about that too, the Rams game. Let's get to the Chargers game. Who's the Seattle quarterback? It's Drew Lock right now, and they didn't draft a quarterback, so I think they have Geno Smith as backup. So again, this is one of those little freaky games. We usually lose like one or two. We shouldn't, and it is what it is. That's why I gave it a loss myself. Sandy B says, don't forget the chat, hit the like button. And if you are, I see Diane and My Life with W's on this game with the Chargers. And if you are on TikTok, I appreciate you here as well. Give it a like and subscribe and or follow, depending on the platform you are on. I would appreciate that. Let's see. I think it splits in Denver. I don't. Again, I'm edging on the fact that I know Russell had an off season. I know a lot of people say, well, that was just one season, blah, blah, blah. He didn't get sacked as off. He got about sacked as actually less than he did in 2020. His accuracy percentages will drop down. And honestly, I would take Lockett and DK over Sutton and Judy any day as far as a surrounding cast. So I think he had better receivers in Seattle as well. Let's see. Split in LA, so Hefe gives us a loss. Raider Multiverse says win in Chargers. I had us losing week 1, but then get the W. So you have a split, so I'm going to count that as an L for the consensus then. Let's see. Let's put that as an L. So we lost 2. We got a short week against the defending champions, the LA Rams. Woo! So we play LA and LA, or San Diego, whatever. Let's see. Let's hear what you got to say. Let's hear what you got to say about this. Dominique says L again. Wow, we're going to lose 3 in a row. Looks like loss to the Rams. L by Hefe KC. Let's see. W's by Diane and My Life. They're giving us wins on everything. Very optimistic. I do appreciate that, but maybe not necessarily realistic, but definitely optimistic. So I gotta love that as well. So let's see. Hate to say it, an L by Sandy B. Win by Chevy Silver Raider. I think we got one more L than a win. So we're gonna go with that. We're at 9-4. Lost 3 in a row. Again, another primetime game. This time on Sunday Night Football. We got 10 days in between this one, and we're going to be playing our new regime's going to be playing against the Mastiff. the master Bill Belichick, the evil emperor Palpatine. So what do you guys think we're going to do against these Patriots? I got a feeling what I'm going to be seeing here. Yep, I see a lot of W's. I see Diane. I see My Life. I see Dominique. I see Chevy Silver Raider. I see Sandy B. I want to know what Hefe has to say. I know you're not biased. Oh, W2. That looks like a unanimous decision. I like that. 10-4. We are definitely in the hunt for the playoffs, Hefe. Look out. Woohoo! And we're going to go on the road on Boxing Day, the week after Christmas, against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So what do you guys have to say about that? Master versus apprentice. Well, yeah, there's that with the Patriot game, but I think we're a better team overall across the board. Nothing against Mac Jones, but I think Derek Carr's a better quarterback. I think we have a better running game. I think we have better receivers. I think we have better defense. Again, they were in it. They were in the playoffs as well, but I think we're just a better team overall. And we're at home, and we have basically a week and a half to get ready for that matchup. So, Pittsburgh. What do you got? Sandy B says win. I know you think L Raider, but I do think win. Psycho Jackal says we will win the bowl. I want to know what you guys think about the Steeler game, though. Sandy B says win. Yep, she knows I gave this an L. I think this is going to be kind of a trap game, kind of a letdown. It's going to be right after the holidays. We're going to have a big win. Like I said, I think for this new regime, Week 15 is probably the most important game in the regular season for them, probably other than the Chiefs games. So I think we're going to have a little bit of a letdown. We're going to be on the road late December. It's probably going to be shitty weather. Let's admit it. And Najee Harris is a pretty good running back. And Trubisky just doesn't have to turn the ball over, and their defense is pretty solid. That could very well be an L. But you guys have W's here. W for Raider Multiverse. Hefe and Dominique. Pierce for Psycho. I'm going to put a W here. Looks like you guys overrode me here. I see My Life with a loss, but hey, the wins have it. Okay, New Year's Day. I'm not sure what time this is. It's probably going to be an evening game because of the college bowl games on New Year's Day. San Francisco hosting the 49ers. I haven't played them in 4 years. Wow. I haven't played them at home since Oakland, right? I think Kaepernick played in that game. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Last time we played him, I think Nick Mullins beat us 4 years ago. He was a quarterback for the Winers, so the quote Raider killer, but he lost last year when he was the quarterback for the Browns, but we're not going to talk about that. Let's see. Raider Multiverse says win against the 49ers. Hefe says win. Sandy B says L. Ooh, little NFC bias coming out there, I think. Ooh, Hefe. I think Hefe changed it. Hefe went from a W to an L. Ooh, Chevy Silver Raider says win. So we gotta have a tiebreaker here. Who's the tiebreaker? Ooh, Dominique L. I think that's our tiebreaker. I'm looking, and we're gonna go with that. Oh, finale time. This is probably gonna be a primetime game. This is gonna be a flex, kind of like the Chargers. It was initially gonna be a Sunday afternoon game. This is gonna be a flex game, I'm sure. They don't even have the date yet. They said the 7th or the 8th. It's gonna be one of those weird little deals. So at home, we're gonna be. You got us at 11-5. That's definitely probably close enough to catch the Chiefs here. I'm not so sure how the Chiefs are going to do. They had a pretty good draft. We'll talk about that next week, Hefe. I'm going to do an update on my AFC West rivals. I talked about them before the draft. I'm going to add the draft picks and show you what I think as far as their strengths and weaknesses. We're going to do that next Friday, though. So what do you guys think right now? The Chiefs. Chiefs take the division. Yeah, LOL. Yeah, that is an LOL, Hefe. You saying that. Hard to tell, really is. Chevy says W. Let's see what we got in TikTok land. Let's see. WW. I'm going to Oh, we got a little bit of earthquake here in California. Oh, in TikTok land. I just shook the camera, guys. An L from Dominique. A W from Psycho Jackal. Where are we at? Where's Raider Multiverse at? What you got to say about this finale game? Do we got a shot at do we got a shot at the division this year? Yes, Hefe, it is McDaniel's first year. I'm discounting his whole time in Denver. I think he was young and brash and a little prick. I think he's learned a lot, and I think he's grown and matured. So, plus the draft wasn't so bad. If you go back, I've done individual draft videos. I think they're all in the description. Go take a look at those. Only a couple minutes each, and I gave a grade. Kind of talked about the players themselves and how I think they would fit into our team. So go ahead and check that out after the live stream. I appreciate that. Raider Multiverse says, "Oh, we end up second place into the playoffs." Sandy B says, "I can't vote this one." Oh, I'm looking at TikTok too. Looks like we got an L from Diane the Ed. Ooh. I think that's it. I think people think we're going to get swept by the Chiefs. We're going to end up going 11-6 toward to the consensus vote. I know some of you guys picked a little here, a little there, but I want to get a flavor. I did this last season. I'm going to take a look at my picks right here. These are my picks. I said we're going 11-6 also. Changed it right here. Gave us a couple losses. I think we're going to struggle a little bit on those second away games, especially in Seattle, the East Coast. That's going to be a little difficult. I think this Tennessee game is going to be tough. It's early in the season. I'm a little worried about endurance and the humidity and stopping the running game there, to be honest. Let's see. My record, Raiders Multiverse says, my record is 11-6-2. Next year we dethrone KC. So 2023. Very possible. They did do very well in the draft. I'm not going to give away too many spoilers for next week's live stream. We're going to talk about the 3 divisional rivals and go over that and what I think, how they've improved or regressed after the draft. So I was very impressed though with KC overall as far as their draft. So let's get right back to this. Let's get right back into the schedule review. Let's get back here. So now it's up to you guys. I want to get your question and answers. If we have anything, I know I asked a lot from you, but this is our schedule live stream like we normally do. So again, we're going to be doing schedule live stream next time as well. And let's see, put this up. How you guys doing? We're going to be doing a scheduled live stream right before the season starts like we normally do. We'll probably do one at the bye week to see how we did and if we want to make any changes in the second half of the season. And then we'll do one right after the season's over and see how we did as far as our predictions go. Do you think Olaseni will be a right tackle? He's 6'8". Maybe. I mean, they've picked up a lot of players. It's going to be very interesting. I think Leatherwood is first in line for the position. Of course, he's going to have to earn it. Illuminor can play the position. I'm hoping not for Brandon Parker. That's just me. I would rather not. I would hope he gets beat out by Munford, our 7th round pick, who can also be a swing tackle in my opinion. And maybe even be the right tackle. So that's going to be something we're going to take a look at too down the road once we get into training camp. Right now, they've had some voluntary OTAs there. Not a whole lot going on. Of course, we traded Brian Edwards. I put a post out on that. We traded him and ended up getting a 5th round pick in the deal. We gave up a 7th. So my opinion on that, probably... one, his performance, he was very underwhelming last season. And 2, with Devontae Adams here, really no need for him at this point. I had him as our X, and he was very underwhelming. I was predicting him to kind of break out, and it was just kind of a mess. But the team was a mess, to be fair, but still, he had his opportunities, kind of like with Foster Moreau. kind of underwhelming last season. A lot of bumbling going on, so drop passes, things like that. So it didn't really surprise me, to be honest with you. Plus, we got Keenan Cole. He's more of a speedy guy, but to me, it kind of makes sense, especially with the new regime. They're basically kind of clearing house of all the old picks. I think I saw a post, I think in TikTok or something about how like all of that draft class we had with the 3 first-round picks are all basically not even on the team anymore. So it kind of shows you the previous regime. And I actually did a grading Gruden video for each season he was in. I didn't do it last year. It's obvious what happened, but I was not impressed overall with the draft picks, the way they panned out, and with the preparation and game calling, to be honest with you. I think he got out-coached by a lot of people, including Andy Reid, especially the second half of the season and second half of games. And I showed some stats with that. If you go to my channel, I do have a folder for that. It's called Grading Gruden. You can look at that. Each of the first 3 seasons, I just kind of put a summary there. If you want to take a look at that, you can. Hey, Carlos, how you doing? You were one of the new subscribers from the last show. I appreciate you. Juan Tuscarino, appreciate you here as well. AFC West is wide open, Carlos says. Yeah. I'm still kind of waiting on Denver. We'll talk about that next week. It's funny you should mention that because next week's program is going to be our divisional rivals. I did one a few weeks back, about a month ago, post-free agency, and now I'm going to add the draft picks to it, and I'm going to see if any of my strengths and weaknesses changed. We'll talk about that as well. Juan says, how many quarterbacks do we keep on the final roster? We can keep as many as we want as long as we get to 53 on the active roster. So, but practically speaking, we'll probably keep 3. I think those are the guys, practice squad guys. I think with Stidham here, that's probably Garrett Gilbert going away. We'll probably keep Mullins, Stidham, and of course Derek Carr. And then maybe one of the other ones on a practice squad basis. Let's see, Carlos, let me look on TikTok as well. Again, like I said, if you look right here, there's my TikTok at Raider_champion. If you want to go there, I kind of put some things. I put some shorts in there as well, do some talks, and I put some notifications there as well. You can go subscribe over there. I'm actually simulcasting right now through my phone onto the screen, so you can kind of see me on both platforms. Kind of weird, but I wanted to try it. I got 1,000 followers. I said, why not? Let's do this and see how it works out. It's working out pretty well. My phone's kind of getting down to 30%. I did charge it. I did do a test earlier for all the TikTok fans. You might have caught that. It was having a little bit of trouble. This is probably the best I can get it as far as lighting. I have my lighting off in the background. I have my forefront lighting on, so you can kind of see me. So it's kind of looking dark, and it's still sunny out back here. I'm in Southern California, so it is what it is. I'm trying to get it so you can focus better. I kind of did the best I could with what I had. Had some other problems, but it is what it is. And I'm enjoying it, and I hope you are enjoying it too. And if you are, why not give it a thumbs up or a like it, give it a heart in TikTok, follow or subscribe depending on your platform, and hit your notifications so you'll be notified when I go live of all these ones, including next week. Next Friday, we are going to talk about our rivals and see how they did. We got to know our enemies, right? I'm not rooting for these guys, but we have to be realistic and know our enemies and see what their strengths and weaknesses are. Let's see. Carlos says the Chiefs are weaker now. The Chargers will be in IR mid-season. Oh, I don't want to give too much away, but I was very impressed, for the most part, with the Chiefs draft. The Chargers, I would say Isaiah Spiller could be some problems for us. He's kind of a nice complement with Eckler's style of running. So they have kind of a more formidable running, especially between the tackles. And you still have Herbert there and the weapons. They re-signed Mike Williams. We talked about that before. So I'm not going to count out the Chargers just yet. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be an absolute dogfight. And I had us splitting against the Chiefs and the Chargers. I think we'll sweep the Broncos. So I think we're going to go 4-2 in the division. It's going to be tough though. Plus, remember, we're playing against the NFC West this year, not the NFC East or the NFC least. So much higher competition here. Let's see. Carlos says Adams doesn't get hurt much. What? Knock on wood. Let me see what TikTok's doing here. Did you see the fireworks? I'm trying. I'm kind of back and forth, so I apologize to the TikTokers out there. I'm seeing your comments as I'm going. I'm going to try to improve the setup and the rig, but I have something where it works, and I can see the comments. I do appreciate you. Wow, over 7,800 likes on TikTok. Unbelievable. I do appreciate each and every one of you watching on both platforms. But again, a little more patience with the TikTok side, as it's kind of basically doing a live stream off my phone onto the screen that you guys are seeing in YouTube. So I do appreciate that as well. Let's see. Adam Jones, JC Jackson, definitely agree with that. I'm not so worried about I don't want to get too far into that. I talked a little bit about the free agency picks that we did a few weeks back. I have videos on that as well. I think the links are in the description. If not, go to my channel and look at the folder called 2022 State of the Division. Okay, and I'm going to update those as well. Salute to you as well, Carlos. I appreciate you guys being in here. Psycho Jackal says, I have 2 beers in my hands. Double fisted. What about the carne asada? How many hands do you got? Is this carne asada done yet? Send some my way as well. Sandy B, one's for you. FAA looks good. I appreciate that. The quality of the video is going to be a little bit less on TikTok because I'm doing it off my phone. And for some reason, TikTok will not allow me to directly stream off my laptop. If you're a streamer, if you know, there's these little things called stream keys. It's personalized to your account, and then I'm using OBS software right now, Open Broadcast software, and then you send it to them and it links up. TikTok doesn't do that, so I have to kind of go old school and do I just kind of wave my hand over the camera. Old school, do it with the camera. I'm seeing how it works. I'm going to try to make it better. Every week I'm trying to improve the channel, improve the product, of course. Commitment to excellence, just like Al said. Raider Multiverse says, appreciate your use of spreadsheets and visuals for us. Makes it easy to follow. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you enjoying that and noting that as well, because it does take time for this. Doing these videos and the spreadsheets and the data and everything I go through. I do appreciate that. And if you are enjoying this, again, hit that like button. If you hit the like button, the algorithm on both platforms, or the heart in TikTok, they're going to go up and they're going to show it to more people. The channel grows. Okay, this is what I enjoy. I enjoy the Q&A. I enjoy interacting with you guys as well. Let's see. Again, I normally go about an hour, especially for you new people on TikTok and here in the chat. Again, one more time, if you are new to the channel, whether on either platform, why not subscribe or give it a follow? Follow my channel. Set your notifications on so you'll know when I'll be live. I will be live next Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9/8 Central. We're going to go over an updated version of our State of the Division. We're going to go over the other 3 teams, and I'm going to give you my opinion on how they have done post-draft to fill in some of these weak spots that I talked about a few weeks ago. So, or if they didn't, right? Let's see. Thank you, Psycho. Thank you, Psycho, for the beer. Okay, I'm going to cut this off right now. I usually go about an hour. Going anymore, I feel is just kind of get stale, and I just want to keep it concise. I want to have a good interaction with you, and I don't want to waste your time as well. And again, thank you guys for coming out here. Carne asada's done, the beer not yet. Okay, cool. I appreciate you guys. One more thing, Dominique says, I think we'll trade Perryman. He's from the past regime. Will be a free agent after this season. I think he's going to be here for one more season. We're going to let him walk. I think, especially for the money, he's too good for what he's making. He was like top 5 in tackles last year, middle linebacker. I think he's too good to be let go just to trade. what are we really going to get for him? He, to be honest, he's off injured. You could say we should have maybe drafted a middle linebacker or something like that. In the draft, we did not. We drafted a couple offensive linemen, a couple defensive linemen. Let's see. I'm just reading the chat right now. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. I don't want to ramble. I appreciate all the likes. Let me see how many likes I have in YouTube land. Let me see, 18 likes in YouTube. That's a lot. Now, if you don't know TikTok, you can keep hitting it and keep hitting it. In YouTube, it's a one-time shot. So if you're watching this and enjoying it on TikTok, hit it. You can just keep tapping all you want. And again, it's going to help the algorithm on that platform as well. Again, I'm going to close this one out. I appreciate you guys coming out to see me, to see the channel. And again, if you are enjoying this, like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the stuff. Thank you very much. And as always, go Raiders.
With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as you do and do throughout the year?
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.